Welcome to the Oddfrog Chop Shop, your one-stop podcast for all things toy, design, collectible, comic book, video game, movies, pop culture, and more. And now please welcome your hosts, Kelly Greenwood and Eddie Hermosillo.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Oddfrog Chop Shop podcast.
What's up?
I'm Kelly Greenwood.
You guys know me, I'm Eddie.
And
You know both of us by now. Sorry. Yeah, you guys probably know both of us by now anyway, so yeah.
We're not in our regular podcast studio today. It's very stormy in Southern California, and it makes it kind of difficult for a myriad of reasons. But yeah, as many of you know by now, we have launched the Bandito pre-orders. We've done really, really well so far. I'm really excited. Lots of feedback. Lots of interesting people commenting. And we want to share numbers with you guys and stuff like that. We're going to try to get a unit sold clicker up there so that people.
I looked into it. I'm not sure we can do it, but we can. We just found out how to look at the exact units and the percent everything. We have the analytics, the way the website this premium that we're paying for this website, the way it breaks down the analytics, guys, it's crazy. It tells us the average each person spends on the website, on what page, how many carts were left unsold. Like, we can email these people back and be like, yo, once again, no commitment, no down payment, no non-refundable deposits. You know, we're not charging anything or anyone until we even get close to the number we're trying to sell. And then that's when our invoices go out, and, you know, hopefully everybody comes through and we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we get an email every time there's a sale with the invoice number and the customer's information and stuff.
Shipping info.
All that's being filed away and cataloged. And so everybody, you know, once it gets done, everybody will get an email from us saying, you know, it's time to go. And then we'll probably have some kind of grace period, because we don't want people who have ordered it and been waiting so long to wait forever for some people to respond back. So it will be important, guys, to respond back to the emails once we get done, because
but make sure you guys have. Go ahead. I was saying, I'll make sure you guys have funds available, because it's like, you know, it'll charge after. We're not charging anything. It'd be like an email, right, probably requesting your card information, payment information, and then is when we process all that.
Yeah. And so what we'll do is we'll start taking overflow orders once it's full. For non-limited edition collectors ones, these will be just the, you know, the regular product. The first 1,500 are going to be the very first action vehicle anywhere ever that we know of.
And, you know, of course, we're considering some little additions to those first 1,500s, you know, so, you know, an incentive to try to get this motivated. We're trying to throw in perks and stuff to the first 1,500. So whatever it takes to get to that number, guys, we're trying to make it happen. And yeah, like Kelly's going, overflow. And yeah, sorry, man, I keep cutting. I like it when we're not together because I can jump in, but I don't like it at the same time. But keep going.
Yeah, no, I like it better too. I mean, I like being at the studio, but I like that we can have a conversation more.
Right.
I do want to be cognizant of not talking over you, though, because that has been mentioned before when there's like.
Well, that's probably me doing it to you.
We all do it. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll start taking regular orders once the collector's edition is full. And if people, for some reason, can't pay once we get to the 1,500, or God knows, a myriad of things could happen where, you know, we may have a few that can't follow through on the order, even though they may have wanted to when we started up. What we can then do is bump people from the regular.
So it's almost like getting waitlisted. So it'd be like getting waitlisted, yeah.
Drafted into the collector's edition if people can't follow through and stuff like that. So that's kind of our plan, to make sure that once we're there and ready to go, you know, we have maybe 2 weeks or something where we give people time to kind of to pull the trigger on that, and then we have to start kind of shifting people from the overflow into the collector's edition just to get the ball rolling. Yeah, and then let's see. Really, what we want to talk about today is we want to share Eddie's vision for the future of 1/12 scale vehicles. Eddie and I have been talking for a while now that we want to share what it looks like for us to have a line of 1/12 scale action vehicles that are relatively affordable compared to other things that have been put out there. We're putting our heart and soul into it, and we want the high-end design. We realize that not everybody out there needs the detail inside, needs the lights, needs everything to function. And so we're working on stuff like that right now. But the trajectory we kind of wanted to shoot for in the beginning, we're at least trying to stick to our guns with now, which is to provide a premium product for like the toy photographers and stuff like that. I think there's totally room for cheaper vehicles once we get this off the ground that are still quality designed, lots of free detail added in because we know how to do that. So lots of things coming. But Eddie, can you just kind of tell us what your thinking was and your whole vision for 1/12 scale action vehicles for the Chop Shop?
Yeah, for sure. So my vision for it is all over the place, bro. It's it stems back to being back at school at Otis and just trying to design stuff and taking ideas. But it's definitely something that we're listening to the public, we're listening to our audience and trying to incorporate various different ideas that we hear, and trying to satisfy people's needs and wants. So for the whole 112 Street Chop Shop, it's more than just, I guess I'd call it like a brand, right? It's the beginning of a brand of action vehicles, and it's more of a whole world. We're trying to incorporate characters and change the themes and add stories. So just the last 2 days I've been working on a concept which we teased on the Chop Shop Instagram and on Facebook, various Facebook pages. We have a Facebook account, but it's not as popular as the Instagram one. So go check it out. It's on same thing, the 112 Street Chop Shop on Facebook. But yeah, I teased the concept, the Bandito Gaslands. It's I don't know. I just took ideas from movies and incorporated various aspects, different vehicles from different things that I saw. It's basically a kit bash, and it's again a concept. It's just wheels and bumpers and stuff that you would be able to modularly incorporate into the already Bandito that you have purchased, or with the additional parts that you buy, you would be able to make it look like the concept shown. So again, the whole idea of action vehicles is more than just buying this first Bandito. No, we're trying to extend the life of that car. You know what I'm saying? So you buy the car, and it's exactly just like an action figure. If you have your action figure, many like Mescos or like the higher end figures, you can buy your figure, but then they sell packs and accessory kits, and you can buy guns and different soft goods. So now you have one character, but now you have multiple outfits, or you add a head, or you add this. It's the same concept with action vehicles. You have your base body, the Bandito, which is then modular again. So now we have different rims, different wheels, different doors, different seats, different steering wheels. Change the whole aesthetic with a new hood, a new bumper, and it just makes it look badass. My next concept is really going for a lowrider aesthetic. So I'll be working on that the next few days. So come look for that. It's going to be again the same body, the same Bandito, but I'm going to try to get some lowrider rims on it, lower the profile, get some lowriders on the bottom. I don't know what you would call them. It's I'm just trying to incorporate ideas and trying to I guess extend our audience. You know what I'm saying? Because just like a car, you can customize it to how you want it. You can make it look like a race. I'll make one look like a straight race. I don't know. We'll see. But shoot ideas my way. Post them on our Instagram. Send them in the DMs, and we'll try to get ideas going. And yeah, but the whole vision, it's not in the air, but it's open. But like I said, we're developing it, and when we started showing the Bandito prototype, or the first, actually not the prototype, but the first concept and the first renders of the Bandito. And when the Bandito came out looking exactly the same as the renders, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the team we've assembled, we can take care of it, And not only that, we've had big name people and legendary names in the industry actually show interest and offer to help in whatever way we needed to produce this vehicle and help us see this idea through. They've even gone as far as pre-ordering a vehicle themselves. I talk to him every couple of days. Like I get legendary names, guys. We won't say anything till we sign maybe some NDAs, and I'll speak to them about it and see if we can release names. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. You know what I'm saying? When you're a small company trying to get your foot in the door, and you have somebody knocking on your door trying to give you a tour of the building instead of trying to get your foot in the building, like they're like, come on, we want to use our facilities. Like it's I get excited talking about it again, but it's wild, guys. It's wild.
Yeah, I think it's important to note too, when we talk about the Bandito, we have kind of we think of Johnny as our secret weapon. And so when we're working on these designs, and when Eddie's coming up with these designs, it's all stuff we've talked to Johnny about. Hey, what if we did this? Can we do this? I mean, even to the point of making it into an RC car version at some point down the road.
Two different ways, because RC, the RC world. Yeah, go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead.
Well, I want you to get back to your vision for action vehicles, but I was going to say, like, Johnny is the one saying, yeah, we can do that. Let's try it, So when we're adding all these things, we're definitely working with our engineer to be like, is this something that is going to be possible down the line with what we've designed? So
yeah, but definitely having people, like you said, legendary names offer their facilities to help us produce these. Yeah, there's no doubt that we can make this happen this go around with these new goals. 1,500 units in the last 5-6 days. We're at over 120. That's already more than the 45-day Kickstarter. It's only been 1 week. We don't have a time limit, but the sooner the better. And when it happens, and hopefully it's sooner than later. So.
Yeah, and we have spoken with a extremely nice influencer who is willing to take the Bandito. We're going to ship it to him. That's why we don't have it right now. We're getting it prepared to ship back east. But with any luck, we want people to give us an honest opinion. I mean, we look at the car and we think it's pretty amazing. You hold it, it feels amazing. You put the batteries under the engine in the car, and it's like it feels right. Everything
you
about
press the battery in the car, and the lights turn on.
We're confident that if you're an action figure fan of any kind, you're gonna think it's a quality product. So we want an honest opinion. So we'll be shipping that off, and with any luck, it'll get in front of a lot of people that don't know about it, like a lot of people. So, and then Eddie, you want to talk a little bit about the other thing you're working on with Frank & Sons?
So yeah, I've been talking with people who have booths and access to Frank & Sons, which is like a giant. I think it's like a store. I would call it like a giant super Walmart, almost like a convention. Hold on, I think my phone's ringing. Yeah, hold on, guys.
Yeah, it's basically a convention. I'll tell them about it. Go ahead, Eddie. Yeah, it's like a Costco size warehouse building, and you can get booths there. I'm sure many of you know about it. You can see it on YouTube. It's open, I think, on weekdays, which is kind of odd, but people have booths there. There's like extreme customizers there. You see like Hello Kitties that are done up in like gore and horror kind of themes and stuff like that. But a lot of collectors go through there, and so we're trying to. We've got a couple routes to try to get in there. So that's going to have people that are collectors seeing it, becoming more aware of it. And the other thing that I'm going to be focusing on is trying to do the TikTok thing more, which I don't really, it's not my favorite thing, and it's kind of hard to understand, but I have my best friend is really good at it and has got some insights to the algorithm and stuff. So we're going to start promoting on there a lot, which I think will be helpful. But I think the more we share the vision for action vehicles, the more people will catch on and get excited about the possibilities. Interchangeable parts. What does it look like to take the turret from the van and put it in the trunk of the Bandito and take shots from the back end in a chase scene where they're shooting at cop cars? And I know when Eddie gets back on here, he wants to talk about cop cars and stuff a little bit too. But our vision in our head, guys, is a line of vehicles that you can kind of continue to infinitely customize and make your own, like a blank canvas for you to kind of create your customized art on, and that's the vision.
Customized. Is that what you're speaking of?
Yeah, and
yeah,
okay. The cop car.
Okay, cool. So yes, customization. Let me jump in on that. Speaking of that, we're trying to get a few more prototypes made in order to customize them and allow certain people in the industry, or I'm trying to send maybe just blank, even just whole blank. Because I had somebody, he goes by the name of RC Patina Guy. You guys should check him out. He's a cool dude. He's been in the game for a while, and he paints. He customizes RC cars and models. So I've been talking to a lot of people in that community as well. And he said he would prefer me to send him just a whole blank piece one. So we're looking into getting some printed and then just having customizers customize them. And then I'll pay him for his work once, and then he'll ship it back to us. And then, after he takes pictures and does whatever so we'll see what's up. But yeah, the police car. Yeah, this whole vision, man, the whole 112th Street vision is not just the Bandito. I don't know how much you said. I got interrupted there by some daddy duties,
not
but
much.
Okay.
Basically nothing.
Okay, if you guys want to take a look at certain vehicles or any idea of where we're going with it, the Bandito is kind of modeled after a 67 Chevelle. So as far as police vehicles, I've been looking at like a 72, is that 72 Plymouth Fury. We'll put up images. You'll be able to see them, guys. So a 72 Plymouth Fury. Maybe we'll take votes. A 72 Fury, a 75 Fury, or like a 69 Dodge Police Interceptor. So I'm looking at Dodge Interceptors or Police Furies. Shoot your models. And then we'll even Frankenstein one. We can come up with some crazy ideas here at the Chop Shop. That's what the whole idea of the Chop Shop is we want to, if you guys know what a Chop Shop is in car terms is, where they take stolen vehicles, they cut them up, sell pieces and parts. So our Chop Shop, kind of went legal, and we were taking up ideas and cars and pieces, chopping them up and making up our own. So that's the 112th Street, 112 scale, 112th Street Chop Shop, if anybody ever was wondering where the name came from. But yeah, police cars. And then the Bad Van's coming up next. It seems to be the one that people want more. They're even willing to purchase the Bandito for the Bad Van. So the Bad Van will be next. And then I'm trying to do the police cars, or you might just even go with a chopper, just be, to spread, to get the whole wave one out, and then we'll get wave two out, which would be the counter vehicles. A police car, a small artillery vehicle, military something, tank something, and then another small aerial. So yeah, that's kind of the line. That's the vision. That's what's down the pipeline. Look up those models: Plymouth Furies, Dodge Police Interceptors, and I'll throw it together. I'll throw the version of the Bandito, the lowrider version. We're just trying to throw different versions out there and make it happen. But yeah, stoked.
Yeah, we're all pretty excited, especially now that the Bandito's open. Again, and let me just remind everybody, to pre-order the Bandito, you go to www.oddfrogentertainment.com and you just go to our store, and it's
/shop. /shop. That's all I need.
There you go. And add to cart. It won't charge your card now. It just basically gives you an invoice number, which is like your place in line for the collector's edition, which we're also working on certificates of authenticity that Eddie and I are going to sign each.
Yeah, hold on. I have an idea about that. So the certificate of authenticity, right? Imagine that. Imagine you get your Bandito, you get your car, and what happens when you purchase a car? This was an idea pitched to by a good. I haven't met him yet in person, but a cool dude we met a while ago. Bro Nana, shout out. He said, "What if your certificates of authenticity look like pink slips?" I was like, "That's fucking genius." Sorry, that's genius,
Yeah,
right?
I love
So,
that.
dude, we
I
have these
love that.
certificates of and it looks like a pink slip on the car, and it comes in your box. Your box has dio pieces. We had other ideas because our box had extra pieces of cardboard, and we were like curious as to why they were there. Maybe our box could be smaller, or we could actually even use these pieces of cardboard as diodes. And ideas, guys, ideas.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Pull them out from the
Put 'em up,
stage
they
and
slide them
underneath
out the
of the
bottom of the box,
Bandito.
and I think there was like 3 panels in there or two, and it, we put a slit in it. Now you have a corner, you have your base, a corner, or a root. I don't know. We'll see what's up.
Yeah, I think that could work actually.
It could be like a storefront with a sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 pieces.
Yeah,
Boom. Now you pose your car in front of a storefront. It's the chop shop. Oh, a real chop shop. That's what it is. I just figured it out, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll be
and
the
it does. We
storefront to the
designed
chop
it to
shop.
look like your. We designed that box to look like your chop shop dial.
Yeah, the little dial I've been working on. It's just a concrete wall right
The
now, and
colors
we're
and
working on it. But yeah, we're
yeah.
excited, guys. Now that this is
Um,
going, now that it's going, and people are reaching out to us, it's starting to seem more realistic every day. These legendary names like reinvigorated the flame in me, and it's like it's crazy, guys. It's wild. It's all coming together.
this is this is the way to go. We had to try the Kickstarter thing just because we've never launched a product before, and you want to make sure people's money is secure, and we weren't really
Exactly.
aware of how to do that before the Kickstarter. So it took kind of doing that, learning that process, and seeing how they hold the money and stuff, and then it's like, oh well, what are other ways we could do this? And we spent a month just really kind of thinking about, okay, first things first, we need to market all the vehicles so that people see the same vision we do. And like Eddie's saying, the Badman is ready to go. It's designed for assembly,
Prototype,
already
yeah.
ready to go. Prototype, right? So obviously there may be things we want to change about when we get the prototype and stuff like that, but the first thing was to kind of reimagine how we market it and share our idea of the vision for the whole chop shop and the line of vehicles. The second thing was to secure a way to take pre-orders, with that same level of trust that we had with the Kickstarter, where people, knowing that we're a new company, can take, they can secure their car, but then they can look on our website, they can look on YouTube, they can understand that we're partnered with iPack Delivery for fulfillment. They can understand where the tooling's coming from. They can understand where the
Who we
manufacturing
are.
plant is, who we are, everything. We put everything out there for the last year, guys. So there's, right here on YouTube, look back in our back catalog. We talk a lot about the Bandito. We talk a lot about all the stories leading up to the Bandito. And we share our portfolios in some of the past ones, so they're kind of fun. But it's this is what we're doing with our lives. This is what Eddie and I have decided we're going to do, and it's our job to make it work. So this is us bringing it back, completely revamped, new campaign. We only need 1,500 models sold, and we're in business. And I think the more people that become aware of it, we can see it. People are trickling in, all through the day. We get orders, and we want to pick up the pace of that and get this done so we can get it to you guys. But yeah, I wanted to lead into that by also saying, in college, even before Eddie and I went to Otis, we went to community college together, and we were always talking about action figures. Always talking about action figures. He had cool characters. I had cool characters, cool worlds, cool stories, the both of us that we want to see through. The car was our end to this, seeing that there was a need. We feel like action figures, there's always a need for fresh new characters, and we have a couple ideas on how we want to do things differently. But Eddie, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the character ideas you have for the Chop Shop and the
Yeah, they're all still like work in progresses, names. We're we have somebody on our team, a legendary writer in the industry. He's worked for various comics. We'll throw his name out, Paul. But he helps us out. He gives us tips, pointers, clues. He's a good friend of ours. He's just a mentor. So, but yeah, we have these ideas for stories and characters. I have one. Let's start with the Chop Shop. I guess I want a basic character, kind of base him almost off of James Bond. But he's that Skull character you guys seen around. I kind of kit bashed one with that Doc Knock character and like Ghost Rider pieces. His name is so kind of based off like James Bond. It's like Jones Bones would be kind of cool. I don't know, just some random plays, and we're working on their stories. But there's another character, Cryos, who's kind of more like a futuristic cyborg. Like he's basically an evolutionary descendant of the human race who comes back now to our time to try to warn us and gives us these foresights and insights as to what's going to happen. But of course, the government wants to take control and doesn't let them happen. And I've worked on sculpts for space. I've thrown kit bashes together. This is one of them. This is Cryos. When he first that sculpt is like an original. But he came in peace till the U.S. government then let him come in peace. So then I threw another kit bash together. Then he had to kind of go with a Mezco Craig body. He kind of went psycho, and he has a scar on his head, and he's now yeah. But it's a story work in progress. We have characters. You guys might have seen the sculpt of Oddfrog. I'll let Kelly talk about Oddfrog, but Oddfrog's also a character. And he's part of a game, and so we have all kinds of things going and more characters. I also have we worked on doll lines. Kelly has a thing called Death Dolls. I have something based off. I named it off my daughter. Her name is Aurora, so it's actually called Rory's World. That's kind of cool. So it's like two characters. We'll tease some stuff later, but that's definitely down the pipeline stuff we developed in school that would be cool to see. And just stuff that got us through school that helped us focus and really, really pursue this passion as toy designers. Seeing things like that through is definitely the reward, I would say, of a toy designer for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Odd Frog one is the one we've got farthest along right now, production-wise. It's basically kind of pre-production right now. We have all the designs. We have a comic book completely written.
That's all Kelly. Comic books, guys, that's a whole nother level. That's comic books. Kelly's working on his Oddfrog comic book. We're working on the Doc Holiday comic book that's ready to go. And I'm sure Kelly can share some more of that, man.
Yeah, I got to be careful with the Doc Holiday stuff because our good friend George Dorn is working with people on that right now and signing NDAs and stuff like that. So
some other big names, guys. It's kind of crazy
sharing too much stuff with that right now. But the Odd Frog comic, I wrote this story years ago, and we're about halfway through the comic, the first issue of the comic, and I think what we're thinking we'd like to do is have a comic that comes with the action figure, because we're not Disney, we're not Marvel, but we want our characters to have story, and we want there to be investment, in people's hearts and minds with our characters. So we love them because of the stories that we've written and we have in our heads about them that we've worked on, like Eddie was saying, since before we went to Otis and stuff. So near and dear to our hearts, and some really good ideas, I think, as far as kind of breathing new life into how you collect and play with action figures. So we're really excited about that. And action vehicles. That's our baby, guys. That's going to be the flagship for probably our entire company. I mean, we want to nurture that like it's our child. I mean, we love the idea. We've been working on it for going on a year and a half now or more, and this is what we really want to do. So the vehicles is going to be our thing, but we built them and designed them for the action figures that we ourselves love to collect, and why not kind of get into building some of our own action figures for the vehicles and the stories we're creating to go with them. So yeah. So that's kind of the vision for the Chop Shop for sure. And then we've got battle odds. Like I don't know. We mentioned it on the last podcast, and I don't want to share too much about it, but it's another way to kind of breathe life back into action figures and actually use them instead of just kind of sitting them on the shelf, which is also awesome. But
For sure, bro.
Eddie and I definitely strive to think of ways to kind of bring video game elements into toys so that you can manipulate them for a reason again, you know, and actually play them. What would it look like to play a game where a certain way the character is posed might do more damage to another player? What would it look like
Or
if
leave
we
them
were
vulnerable to
RFID?
damage, bro.
Right. Or yeah, open them up. You've got certain chances to this, certain chances to that. And what would that look like if it was RFID chipped and all that battle system could be managed
Augmented.
maybe on your phone or in augmented reality where you have a reason to engage with your action figures again. That's
Dude, actually,
strategic.
now that you speak of that, just the other day I was watching this thing. Like, there's this program. I'm not sure how it's but it's like it takes a really good scan of your action figure, right? And then it takes that action figure and animates it like it's like it. Oh my god, it's insane! Like, so like the joints in the figure bend. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. I'll tag some stuff in it. It's nuts, man.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's really
Yeah.
interesting. My kid does that kind of stuff with her VR avatars and her 5M stuff.
Yeah, so imagine taking a good quality 3D scan of a cool figure, and then it just properly and accurately rigs it to where it bends and articulates in all the right places that you can't tell it's not a 3D model anymore. You think it's an actual figure running around. It's so cool, bro.
That's really interesting. So yeah, you could have your customizers, like all our customizers. You can. Man, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Smart.
dude.
That's a cool idea.
It is. It's genius.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the vision we have for action vehicles, guys. I want to remind everybody, go to oddfrogentertainment.com/store, pre-order your
/shop
shop or store. I can't remember if I changed
it's shop.
I might have changed.
I've been typing
It's
it all
shop.
day.
Okay.
Shop.
All right, cool. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us through the website. You can reach us through Instagram. Instagram's probably the best way to message us because we're just kind of off and on there all day looking at people's stuff anyway. So that's a good spot to reach us. On our website is all our contact information. And yeah, you guys who have pre-ordered the Bandito, we don't know how to thank you. It's very exciting. We see the names out there that we've seen over and over again, and it's really exciting. I think so far everything's gone really smoothly. People have asked us some questions and stuff like that or had little issues, and we've been able to take care of it all so far. So I think as far as a customer service thing goes, for now, we're doing okay just on our own, and I think it's a manageable situation. So
far, so good.
The best. But guys, one more time, there's no time limit, right? It's our job to just start driving traffic to the site. But we're getting orders every day, and we just got to hold this tiger by the tail and keep pushing, keep marketing, try some different platforms to market on. And we're going to continue to do that. We love that you guys are sharing the stuff we're making. We appreciate it so much. I mean, literally from the bottom of our hearts here, we're so excited. And we appreciate you guys and thank you so much.
Definitely, guys. Yeah, appreciate all the support. We encourage you guys to, like, subscribe, share the YouTube, the Instagrams, the Chop Shop, the Oddfrog. Look it all up. It's, it's cool when you start seeing Instagram message you stuff and say, your stuff looks like it's branded. Do you want to monetize it? Do you want to promote it? I actually paid like $20 to promote it, and it says it's targeting between like 6,000 to 10,000 people. So we'll see how that goes. And
great.
I mean, it's for like $12, $15. Hey, it's worth a shot. So again, like, subscribe, comment, shoot ideas on the police, the Interceptors, the Dodge Furies, certain models, and I'll get those going, guys. Tease some more stuff soon.
Love, guys. Thank you.
Adios.
Have a great day.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Oddfrog Chop Shop podcast. This episode is brought to you by MLCVoice.com and OddFrogEntertainment.com. Theme music is Burlesque Heartache by RKVC. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Until next time, keep creating and keep playing.